So guys, the oil is out. So if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I need to remove this and to get to the oil filter, and that's this screw that goes in there. And then now, since I'm removing the cooler, you need to remove this one as well. And there's a screw going in from underneath. On the left hand side, you can access it between the headers here, straight up. And then it was pretty stuck, so I needed a screwdriver to pry it off a little bit. Just wiggle it off. So I will let this to drain overnight. And next is to remove the cooler. So guys, today we are removing the radiator, and I have not done this, so bear with me. We'll figure this out together. I think you should start here. There are two screws underneath. It's TX27, I think. So I will remove them and then get back to you. So the two screws are out and the oil coolant is loose, and that depends. The reason for that is, as you can see, I have removed this connection here, and that's what I always do when I change oil, because otherwise I cannot get to the filter. So check out my video on how to change the engine oil, and you will see how to remove that. And then there's another one from the coolant that goes underneath. Let's see if I can show you that. So guys, it turned out that I didn't need to remove this bracket. It's just pressed in there. So if you pull it, it will come. So it's loose, and I have to figure a way to get that side out, and I need both my hands to do this, otherwise I will have oil everywhere. So probably you wiggle it out and then remove it from that side. So guys, life is not always that easy. This hose is attached with this screw where my finger is going, there. So you need to remove that one. It looks like a hex. I'll figure out the size, remove it, and then the oil coolant will be off. So guys, the bolt is out. It was thread locked on it, so it was a hassle to get it off. It looks like a TX30. So as you can see, oil coolant is missing, and it's over here. So I'll show you where this one was. It was in there. So I will leave it there, so remember. And then you have two bolts, one there, going underneath the filter, straight in, and this one from the side, there's a bolt there as well. So that's the oil coolant off for you. So guys, you have two lips up here. If you press them in, down, and then out, you will release the rear part. So you have one there and one on the other side. So this will separate the rear of the radiator. And then you have, I don't know if you guys can see that, one screw there. And then there should be another one there. They look like hex. So I will remove those screws, and then it's just pressed in to this bracket down here in between that you can just lift it off. So I'll start by removing those and get back to you. So guys, both screws are off, and this is what it looks like. There's a washer underneath it, as you can see there. So we hit another problem, which is the clutch cable that goes through here. I don't know what BMW was thinking, but this means that we need to remove the clutch cable all the way and thread it through here to be able to remove the coolant. So I'll try to figure that out and get back to you. So guys, I have a special clutch arrangement because I can tighten my clutch down here. I have to redo this, but you need to loosen this as much as you can, and at the same time on top at the clutch hand side, so this cable is as loose as possible, as you can see. And then I cannot show you really, but this cable is pinched in, so you just remove it and then the whole cable will come out. I'll need both my hands for this. I'll remove it and I'll show you what it looks like. So there is a stop here, and then there is a track that this stop will go into. You'll figure it out, I'm 100% sure. And then what's left is to remove the clutch cable from here. I'll need to unscrew this little screw in here and then thread the clutch through the hole in the radiator. Where is that? So we can get the radiator off. So the clutch is off, the cable, so we need to just pull it, and it's to the side. And if we come so far, we can check stuff like this. That doesn't look that great, so I'll see if I need a new clutch cable, and now we'll go back to the radiator. So guys, there's a couple of zip ties up here. This is for the front wheel sensor, which I did like this to protect. So just cut the zip tie, be careful, so you don't damage the cable. These guys are expensive. So that's off, and then there's another connection up here. Press both sides and then release it. It was pretty stuck. So those are the connections on top, and then it looks like you have a couple of connections back here. So I will mark these before removing them, so I know what's going where. And then it is off. So what it looks like is a big connector there that goes to this one, zip tie for the front wheel sensor, and then this guy is the extension of the front wheel sensor. So it's connected by, or it's held in place by these. So we'll go in to the harness, and then we have a connection for the fan, and that's it. I'll remove them and get back to you. So guys, the radiator and oil coolant is gone. So I end up marking all the connectors, and this will give me access to remove the headers for the exhaust much easier. And then I will remove, hopefully get access to this screw as well, so I can remove this bracket. And it's starting to look like a Lego over here, all the parts that are off. Here's the radiator. So what I do is I tape the hoses, the 4 inlet and outlets of the radiator. The reason for that is to prevent air getting in there, and that will oxidize the radiator. If you have the radiator off, there's a good time that you could repair some of these with a tiny screwdriver, clean it up, have a look, see if the fan is moving without any obstacles, and just take care of the stuff. So there it is, the radiator off. So work smarter, not harder, is how to remove this bracket. If you get the coolant, the radiator off, then you will be able to access it. And then it's a TX27, I think. The whole bracket will come loose. You have to figure out how to slide it out. It's probably from the side. So there it is. So the bracket is gone. I will clean this up and store it away.